The 7 levels of chess and how to get to each level explained. Level 1. The Noob.
Yo, this dude's racist, bro. I swear to God on my life, bro.
If you're someone who's rated between 100 and 300, and you most likely just started playing chess and literally have no idea what you're doing. But that's okay, because chess is a hard game. At this level, people hang their queen every other move, don't know what an opening is, and probably move pieces around without a single thought in their brain. If you got into chess from a friend, then they probably obliterate you every single game you play. It might be frustrating, but trust me, it only takes 5 to 10 minutes of puzzles every day to get past this level. Maybe watch a chess video or play a bit online. Pretty much anything you do will help you improve and get to the next level. If you've been stuck here for more than a month, then maybe it's time to switch to checkers. Level 2, the beginner.
Here comes the L. Oh! Oh! Oh my God!
I would consider anyone between the 300 to 800 level a beginner because they definitely have some idea of what they're doing, but they're still pretty bad. At this level, some players are actually pretty decent at spotting tactics, but they still lack proper positional understanding or good knowledge of openings. And for other players around this level, they might know some tricky opening lines like the scholar's mate or the fried liver, but once they're out of the opening, they're more lost than an orphan looking for their parents at the grocery store. That's why for those looking to improve past this level, I would recommend becoming a well-rounded player that is capable of quickly spotting obvious tactics and that also knows a couple solid openings both as black and white. Again, to improve tactics and calculations, it puzzles. And as for openings, I would recommend the Ponziani as white and the French or Caro-Kann as black, but pretty much anything that involves principal chess is good. It's more important that you play an opening that you actually enjoy. Unless it's a London system, then you can go kill yourself. Level 3. The intermediate.
Back to 1400, baby!
Now we're starting to get into slightly uncharted territory because the average chess player doesn't make it past 800. But actually, you don't really have to change anything you're doing to get to 1500 if you've already managed to get to 800. It just takes a little more time and effort. Most intermediate players are able to spot easy tactics in seconds, and they can accurately calculate 4 to 5 move sequences. I also feel like this is a level where some people start sweating openings, like memorizing 50 variations in a specific slide line of the Coca-Cola Gambit or something. But I'd say that the most important thing in the opening is having a solid repertoire that leaves you in a decent position with enough winning chances. I'd also say that you should be able to not instantly lose the game if your opponent plays something you're not prepared for. This is why some people play systems, because they can play the same moves every game. Typically, this is fine. Unless it's a London system, then I will. Level 4, Advanced.
Hello!
And white
That's
is
me! Thank you! Thank you,
anywhere
Gotham!
between- You played Anna Cramling! Wait, Anna Cramling hung her queen?
Yes, I did, Levy.
From here on out, I'll be talking in terms of over-the-board FIDE rating. Just for reference, on chess.com, my rating is 2200, but my FIDE rating is only 1850, so it's a pretty big difference. I would consider anyone who achieves a FIDE rating of higher than 1500 a serious chess player that has actually dedicated a good amount of time into improving their game. I know this level very well because it's where I'm at. Players typically have a very good understanding of openings, memorizing upwards of 20 moves in some lines, and knowing the general plans of each position and pawn structure. Speaking of positional play, this is also where players start picking up on finer details in positional chess, like pawn play, piece activity, king safety, and weaknesses. On top of that, we've also done thousands of puzzles and can instantly blitz out easy tactics like Hikaru when he's playing South African hustlers trying to take his money. I will admit, it's very hard to get to this level, and unless you're a 6 to 7 year old child prodigy from India, it'll most likely take a couple years. But don't worry, like all the other levels, all it takes is a higher volume of puzzle solving, opening memorization, and a bit of calculation, practice, and positional studying. Level 5. Professional.
There, so it is on, and there he is.
There he is. And it looks like he just got out of the swimming pool.
Once someone passes a FIDE rating of 2200, they get granted the National Master Chess title. This can actually be considered a semi-professional level of chess playing. You won't make a good living, but if you win enough tournaments, you probably won't die of starvation as long as you eat McDonald's every day.
Yeah, I'll just have a Big Mac.
You become a FIDE master at 2300 and an international master at 2400. Once you become an IM, you can probably play professionally, but if that's your full-time job, you're gonna have to win a lot of tournaments to not be homeless.
Please, sir, do you have any spare change?
Grandmaster is at 2500, but really only those who are at 2700 can earn a comfortable living playing professionally. Just to give you an idea of how skilled these players are, every single Grandmaster in the world should be capable of winning multiple games at the same time while blindfolded. They can perfectly calculate 20 move sequences with high-level tactics and have essentially perfected their opening repertoire, memorizing tens of thousands of lines, some of which are 30 moves deep. And obviously, if these people are going to play chess as a professional, full-time career, they're putting in upwards of 4 to 5 hours every day. And very interestingly, Daniil Dubov commented about Indian Super Grandmasters, saying this.
But when I look at like Arjun or Prague, they obviously work like 10 hours a day. And in that sense, like there is no point in working 4 hours a day. No, I mean, I like them generally, but it seems like they don't have like girlfriends, they basically don't have studies, they don't have university, they don't have like any issues with the army.
Level 6. Computers. Now we're getting into dangerous territory because no human has ever achieved a level even remotely close to this. Even if someone dedicates their entire life to chess, the highest FIDE rating we've ever gotten to is Magnus Carlsen at 2882. Computers are estimated to play beyond the 3600 level, and it's crazy to see how far chess engines have improved in the span of a century. The first fully functional chess engine ever made was in 1912 in Spain. However, this contraption was only able to play a king and rook endgame, and it was still far from being able to beat any humans. Fast forward to 1997, reigning world champion Garry Kasparov played the first chess engine Deep Blue in a historic match, and astonishingly, the computer won. For the first time in history, the strongest chess player was beaten by the strongest chess computer. Since then, the strength of computers have skyrocketed, especially with the introduction of neural networks like AlphaZero. This has completely revolutionized opening preparation and high-level game analysis, but was this really a good thing? Nowadays, at a high level, players just have to memorize so many moves, and London system players don't even have to do any of that. Like, they can just go, oh, I'm gonna put my bishop on f4, I'm gonna put my pawn on e3, oh, I'm a London system player, look at me, chess is so easy. Level 7. Obsession. Most notably was Bobby Fischer, the 11th world chess champion who famously defeated Boris Spassky, ending the 24-year Soviet domination of chess. That would have been enough. At that point, I would just retire, move to Europe with all my money and my fame, and become that old guy you see at the park. But Fischer had already gone too deep. For the next 2 decades, he lived in isolation and didn't play a single public chess match. By 1992, he was issued an arrest warrant, and following that, he famously had a series of mental health crises, with some calling it insanity.
I don't like to delve too much into the old chess, because I hate it so much. I feel by delving into it, I'm promoting it in some way. I don't want to promote this goddamn game. My only interest in the old chess, I have only one interest. To expose the prearrangement. People are living in a dream world.
It was undoubtedly a byproduct of the tens of thousands of hours he put into perfecting his craft, alone, stressed, frustrated, and never satisfied. Similarly is the unfortunate situation of Vladimir Kramnik. While he's nowhere near the mental state of Fischer, Kramnik has been completely enveloped by paranoia and discontent with his decline in chess skill. It's very sad to see, especially as a former world chess champion, but these past couple years he's been throwing around very serious cheating allegations, and it's led to him losing almost all the respect he once had. Anyways, take that as a sign to work hard on chess, but don't let it control your life. It's just a board game at the end of the day, and make sure you have other hobbies just in case you tilt so hard and rage quit permanently. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of this video, and please subscribe if you've enjoyed. Peace out.